Hello everyone, my name is Shantan Moitro and welcome back to my channel Excel Guru. In my earlier video, I gave you a brief idea about how to create a basic Excel table and how to enter data in that Excel table and what were the numeric functions that we can perform in that Excel table. So in this video, we will talk about a logical function and that is the if function. So what does this if function do? What are the various elements of this if function? We will talk about in this video. But before starting the video, I would request you to please like the video and also comment what is your feedback, what you think is good in the video, what can be improved. And please subscribe to my channel for more videos related to MS Excel. So let's move ahead with this video. So what is this if function? This if function is used to get a result which is based on some logical test. For example, here we want to know whether the students have passed in total or not. And you can see that the book 1 workbook is open and I have used this same workbook for my earlier video, right? So here in J column, we will have the result for the students. And here we will use the if function, and if we open the bracket we can see that there are three elements: logical test, value if true, and value if false. So what is this logical test? This logical test is basically what function we want Excel to perform, right? So here we want that Excel should check whether this value, the total marks obtained, is greater than 120 or not, right? So here we will use that this value greater than or equal to 120 or not, right? Now comes the value if true. What is this value if true? This value if true is the value which Excel will return if the criteria is satisfied. So in this case, if the value is greater than 120, then we want the student to pass, right? So here I will write pass, again comma. And what is this value if false? The value if false is if the criteria is not satisfied. So in this case, if the student gets less than 120, then what should Excel give the value it as? So here it will be fail, right? And I am writing this figure value fail and pass in double quotation because if we don't write in double quotation, then Excel will misread this as a formula and our formula will go wrong, right? So if we want to put any character for Excel to understand it as a character, we have to use the double quotation sign, right? So here we will press enter and the student has failed because she has received 96 and which is less than 120. Now we have to find for the remaining students. Here we can use the control D function, but here in this video I will tell you another trick to fill for the remaining cells, and that is the flash fill. The flash fill does similar thing like the control D, but here we don't have to use any keyboard keys. So if you see closely, there is a green box at the bottom right corner of the cell, right? If I place my cursor here, my cursor automatically changes to a plus sign, and if I remove it, it becomes normal, right? So if I double click on this plus sign, then it automatically gets filled up for the remaining cells, and this is the function of flash fill. So we can see that Carol has failed, Birarathi has passed, Beverly has passed, although she has got 120, because we have given that greater than or equal to 120. If that person gets 120 also, then he or she will pass, which is true for Beverly's case. That's why Beverly has passed. Eva has failed again, right? So here we will apply the border, right? So this is the basic function of the if. Now there is another form of if, and that is the nested if. So what is this nested if? This nested if is used when we have multiple options, right? So for example, if we take the 5 students and the subject 1 number, and we want to know what grade these students have got in that subject 1, right? So we will copy this section of the table and paste it here. I have used Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste, right? So here we will put another column, and that is the grade column, right? So here let's consider that the exam was taken on 100 marks and the students have got this number of marks, right? So let's put a criteria here about the grades. So here the marks and the grade. 30 will get an F, 50 will get an E, and 60 will get D. Let's not go further because the students have not got that much. So here we will use the nested if function. So is equal to if this figure is less than 30, then the student will fail, right? Now if for the value false, we will use another if function. If this value is greater than or equal to 30, then it will be an E, right? If again this value greater than equal to 50, it will be a D. So here it will be greater than equal to, it will be 60, then it will be a D, right? So it will close the bracket, and I think we have got our figure. We will press enter, right? So the student has failed, and let's check the formula again. Here we have written less than 30, greater than 30, it will get E, greater than 60, it will get T, right? So here we will fill up for the remaining cells, and here we can see that they have got E and this person has got F, right? So this is the nested if function, where if we have more than one criteria or we want to get more than one results, then we use this nested if function. So here we can give it a color, change the text color, do it a bold, and then we can apply borders here. We can centrally align the text here, right? So this is how we use the if and the nested if function. So that's all for this video. In the next video, we will come up with something more interesting. Till then, like my video, comment, and please subscribe to my channel. Till then, see you in the next video.